Okay. Let's find this guy a deal. Alex, you with me, man?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good.
So as far as a creative deal goes, those take maybe 20 plus phone calls and are more likely to sell than a cash deal. As far as a cash deal goes, I could probably get something in maybe 5 phone calls. So my chances of getting something in cash are much higher than my chances of getting something with creative finance. So let me see what I can find here. I'm kind of thinking Birmingham fix and flip. Birmingham, Alabama fix and flip. So I'm going to go to Zillow really quickly here. Zillow.com. Can you see my screen okay? Is that working, guys? Hopefully.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to go to Zillow, and I'm going to look in Birmingham since we've been moving deals out there left and right. And my goal is to have a conversation with somebody. Let's see what I can find. Okay. I see a lot of multifamilies out here. This one looks like, how long have you been on Zillow? You've been here for 82 days. You're asking 135K. Kind of a janky shower. The tiles don't look like they're put on. The mirror's down. So it's kind of a fix and flip. Exterior doesn't look terrible, but I think this is a fix and flip. I think somebody would want to renovate this thing. So it's some sort of partially renovated duplex. Okay, so it's some sort of duplex in Birmingham. So this thing looks interesting. I don't know if this thing could be a deal or not. Let's see. So I'm going to draw just around here to see what a multifamily might have sold for around here if they have any others. We are a 2,600 square feet. What is this, a duplex? Duplex, yeah, it's a big duplex. So it's a 3-bed, 2-bath duplex on either side with 1,300 square feet. So it's a big one. If this were in my market, I'd be really interested in getting something like this. So they want 135, but it's been there for 82 days. They did a price cut in February, and that didn't get them anywhere. So we know we have to be below this. Okay, let's see if anything like this is ever sold. Not really, huh? Not really. Looks like this is that. So they bought it for the price that we need it for. So this is, yeah, they just didn't finish the job at all. And it looks like some of this work is pretty shitty too. So it's just not done yet. I'm going to have to do a little bit of a wider boundary here. Let's comp around here. Okay, so, that's a quadplex. That's not quite what you are. Yeah, man, their price is just pretty bad. They got a pretty bad price. Here's a bigger multifamily for 179. I don't know. I think a flipper wouldn't have a lot of certainty in this property. I think I'd really need to get something like that for way below what they're asking. And because I'm trying to pull a deal in just a couple phone calls here, I feel like we're better off looking at something else. I'm going to go ahead and look at single families. Flipping single families is preferable for a lot of people. I don't know where the good parts of Birmingham are, but I do know what the price points will be when we start to get into the good parts. I think they'll be 200,000 and above. So I can see that this is the good part. So this is where the good deals are. This is where the high ARVs are. I like that. So I'm going to go ahead. Looks like you got a lot over here too. I kind of want to know where those cheap flips are. So 300,000 max. Where are those? Okay, they're over here. So lots of good sales over there. And up here even. Wow. A lot of them over here too. So this whole corridor is pretty nice. I think it's safe to say that if we were to get anything in here distressed and discounted, it would probably have a nice ARV. Yeah, you see that? Look at the first property that I pulled up. That's a pretty obvious fix and flip, isn't it, guys? The unique color, the unique door, the interior. I mean, that's an obvious fix and flip. And honestly, it's pretty good for the price point for 225. It's pretty cool. You got some custom features in here for that price. So I like this. Nice. Okay. So that lets me know that I'm in an area where a fix and flip may be. So this is promising, guys. This is promising. This is where other people are flipping houses. Now, you can see that most of the things here are for 200K. I want to see if there's anything rough in here. So let's price these things low to high. Let's see what the lowest one is. And honestly, the lowest one may not be low enough. Yeah, so this is the cheapest property. And guys, I'm not going to lie, this thing's damn near renovated. So, okay, it's really just those carpets that aren't great. Yeah, so nothing distressed there, unfortunately. Oh, I have a price filter in. What am I doing? What am I doing? Of course there's something distressed here. What am I thinking? Perfect. Okay. So price low to high. And then you got this foreclosure here. We're not doing a wholesale deal with the bank, so that's not going to work. And then you got this 2-bed, 1-bath, looks to be renovated. What's this guy? So this is part of a 6 single-family home rental portfolio. 5 homes are currently tenant occupied with 1 unit in turnover, and all properties are professionally managed, offering investors. Okay, this could be something else. I would call this agent and see if I could get a package deal, but I'm kind of looking for a little bit of a different type of deal. So that's a foreclosure. What about you? What do you? Come on, ugly on the inside? Yeah, nice and ugly on the inside. So we salvage the LVP floors. We can salvage the walls, new carpet, new kitchen. I think these are particularly tacky. They're definitely in good condition, but they're particularly tacky. And this is a fix and flip market. I definitely keep those tiles in the bathroom. I would put, oh yeah, definitely keep those tiles in the bathroom. New bathroom vanity. I can see we might need new windows. Those are the old metal windows. Roof looks to be okay. Yeah. So that has a lot of potential. You could paint those bricks black or white or something like that. So I feel like this has a lot of potential. 3-bed, 1-bath, 1,000 square feet. Been there for 84 days. What could this thing sell for if it were renovated? So let's find out here, guys. Here is that property. You'll notice that it's nestled amongst a ton of other more expensive houses. What's going on here? There we go. Okay. Kind of liked the smaller view, I'm not going to lie. It's that 100K house right there. Cool. So what is that going to sell for if we flip it? What's it going to sell for? We'll go around here and here. Hopefully that's roughly in the center. Maybe we could do a little bit better than that. Let's go here to here to here to here to here. Center? Yeah, just about the center. That might be a little big, honestly. Let's last try. Yeah, that's good. That's looking good to me. I like that. Yeah, I'm just a little bit insane. Just a little bit. Perfect. Love it. It's a big bird. Holy shit, it's like a hawk. Okay. So I've identified my subject property. It doesn't need work. It's just kind of a cosmetic one. And we are a 3-bed, 1-bath built in 1961. Let's see what we could sell for. I'm going to price high to low. We're going to scroll until we start seeing similar properties. So 3-bed, 1-bath, 1,000 square feet. None of these are comps. 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 You see how everything is flipped? Look at all these guys. Everything is flipped. And they're pretty basic, Not crazy flips, pretty basic flips. So we've identified the flipping area, right? That's not really flipped though, is it? And I'm not really seeing anything that's quite like me. This guy's kind of like me. I'm 1,000 square feet. He's 1,200 square feet, or so he says he is. That sold for 210. Okay. Then there's that guy. No, they don't really have my square footage, do they? Wow. Who has my square footage? Okay. That's a 1960, has a carport. It's not really renovated. So I think what I don't love about this, guys, is that I'm not seeing any, there we go. That's a flip, don't you think? Yeah, look at that weird stuff in there. That's staging. Yeah, that's a flip. New dishwasher, new oven. Yeah, you flipped that, didn't you? Okay, so there's a comp. That's a comp. Price per square foot on that comp, 148 bucks, 148. What else do we have as a comp here? That's not a comp. Yeah. Oh, no. You know, it might not be a fix and flip, guys. It might not be a fix and flip. As I look at these, a lot of these are just selling for. Yeah, I mean, it could go that way. I guess the thing I'll say, guys, is that you have probably multiple buyers for this. Somebody might want to flip it and somebody might want to rent it out. I think we're going to look at it as a Section 8 play. So I'm going to do Zillow Rental Manager, and I'm also going to check their mortgage to see if there's anything creative I could offer. Center Point, no mortgage, no mortgage. They bought it in cash. Okay. Good rent, maybe? Terrible rent. This is probably not the deal, guys. This is probably not the deal. I'm not going to lie. I'll call, but I don't think it's a great one. The reason I don't love it is it's not a good Section 8 rental based on the income of the property. I'd need this for $60K, and it's not a great flip unless I'd probably also need it for $60K. So, you know, I can submit the offer on this. I think maybe 65 would be appealing to somebody. I'll submit the offer. If there were more flip comps, it could be awesome.
You've reached the voicemail of Tom Jackson. Please leave a message at the tone.
Let's shoot him a text together. So, Alex, let me get your phone number in my DMs, and we'll shoot him a text together. Is it a fix and flip? No, probably not. Somebody might do a little bit of updating and sell it, but I would see if we could get it for 65K. And I feel like that might be appealing to somebody. Although, probably 60, honestly, because it rents for $1,000 per month, guys. $1,000 a month is terrible rent. That's really bad rent. That rent would require a 60K offer. Somebody could also flip it at 60 though. So this guy's certainly going to decline our offer, but we'll shoot our shot. And then I'll try a different one because I don't really like that one. I don't think it's that good. I think we could do better than that, you know. Maybe there's a more expensive one somewhere around here that could be flipped. So I'll take one more look after this. Can we verbally present? Can we present 60,000 to your client on? Where is it? Oh no, I've lost it. There it is. 1513. Okay. And then I'll shoot him over a little POF. Okay, I shot him a text there with some proof of funds, and we'll see what he says. He's definitely not going to like that. Sorry, I'm going to try to make the ding stop. I don't think he's going to like that, guys. I think there's lower hanging fruit over here, really. I honestly think we could do a little bit better than that. Let me see if I can find one other thing around here. I did like this area, guys. I thought this was a good area to look for a flip. Let's price these low to high again and see what's in here. This says it's a house, but I don't know if it's a house. If it's a house, why are there no photos of it? You got no photos of this house? I don't think it's a house. You've got this guy right here. 3-bed, 1-bath. Looks like he's already renovated. Is this a mobile home? No. Damn near it looks like one. You got this guy, 2-bed, 1-bath, already renovated. That's why you don't flip a 2-1. Another 2-1, pretty ugly. A 3-1, hopefully really ugly. That would be really nice if you were really ugly. Yeah, I mean, it is pretty ugly, isn't it? Yeah, it's actually really ugly. It needs a flip. This thing needs to be flipped. Okay, perfect. That needs a flip. So all brick, single level. Okay, offers. Savvy investors. I don't know. Okay, so I found another one. Let's see what this will sell for. So based on that one's condition, I really think it needs work. Let's just go here to maybe here, here, and then here, not crossing that road. It's a little bit of a different area. Okay, and then we'll look at what it is. It's a 3-2 with 1,200 square feet. So 1,200 square foot 3-2. And I feel like we could be a little bit more precise. Maybe like that. Price high to low. 1,200 square foot 3-2. 1,200 square foot 3-2. These are hedge funds, by the way. When you see something like this, that's a hedge fund buying a lot of properties together. It's a portfolio. So it looks like they're active over here. That's a flip. That got flipped. That looks nice. Let's see what it looks like. Well, maybe it got flipped at some point because that looks pretty lived in. These are probably personal possessions. I don't think that's staging. That looks a little bit more personal.
Yo, Rich, I don't know if you want to be sharing your screen, but you stopped sharing. So just want to let you know.
Here we go. So I identified a new property, guys. It's right here. It's this 100K one. I'm just going to see if there's any flips in the area. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,200 square foot. So these $2.8 million sales, I was saying that those are hedge funds. Obviously, that's not something that you can say, wow, this is a really nice area. This hedge funds, guys, not LA. Okay, look at that. That's exactly what we are, and it's renovated too. Yeah, nice, ugly renovation. I don't know why people put these floors in houses. I think they look cold and bad. Yep, that's a flip. Sold for 190, and it's exactly what we are. So this is really good. So this is looking great, guys. 152 bucks per square foot. 152. We are pretty much the same square foot as that guy. I like that a lot so far. What else do we have? That's not a comp. That's another comp. Yeah, that's another comp right there, 1218. Yep, that sold for 148 per square foot, 148. Starting to notice a bit of a trend here. Looking for one more comp with low square footage like that. You got this one right here. I don't know if I like that very much. You got this guy right here. Foreclosure. It is a flip though, isn't it? Looks like that's all renovated. Looks like that's all new stuff. So I think this is a flip. 133 per square foot. I don't know if I love that. I feel like we can take these guys. Maybe I can comp a little bit wider. Just a little wider. Is there anything else here? Maybe price high to low one more time. Any other comps I could take? I have 18. There's that. That's not quite what I am. That's pretty close to what I am, but not quite. That's pretty close. Come on, that's pretty close. That's 1,200 or 1,308, and I'm 1,180 or so. That sold for 137 per square foot. This guy, oh, mobile home? No. Nice. That's what we are. That's a 3-2 with 1,200 square feet. That's us, right? Right. Yeah, that's 142 per square foot. Yeah, I'm gonna use these guys. So I'm gonna use those comps. I'm gonna divide by 3. This is my average price per square foot. Now I can multiply that by the square footage of my subject property to figure out that after repair value. So if you renovate this house, which it barely needs anything, it's actually in pretty great condition. 1188 multiplied by this average price per square foot is 175K. So that's a cookie cutter flip right there if I've ever seen one. ARV is $175,000, like definitively 175, and this thing barely needs anything. I'm tempted to buy this thing myself. Does not. The only reason I wouldn't is because it's kind of a retail thing. So how much is that rehab going to cost? I'm refinishing my floors. I'm probably redoing my bathrooms. So new floors, new carpet. I'm painting that fireplace white or something. I guess the walls are okay. Guys, I'm going to be real. I think 20 would make this thing spectacular. I think for 20, it's in perfect condition. It's in beautiful condition for 20 probably. Yeah. So we'll call it 20, guys. So if we do ARV times 0.7, why did I write ARV? 175 times 0.7. Yeah, guys, pretty much a deal at list price, right? And you can even use 0.65. That's 113,000. Subtract that $20,000 renovation. You know, you get something like this for, I mean, I'm obviously not getting it for 90K. Why would I get this for 90K? I wouldn't get this for 90K because that's not a deep enough discount for an investor to be happy with this. I'm probably going to start a little bit closer to 75 because I think I can get myself probably $7,000 to $8,000 if I can get this at 75. So this is great. I'm really a fan of this so far. Okay. Oh, people are asking me to go live on Instagram. Should I go live on Instagram? Yeah, I guess I'll go live on Instagram. I'll go live on Instagram. One sec. Okay. All right, let's jump into this phone call really quickly here, and then I'll answer some questions. But actually, I'd like to find something for myself. This is a wholesale deal for me. I'm looking at a fix and flip in Center Point or Birmingham, Alabama. I think its ARV is 175. It's listed for 100. I feel like my maximum allowable offer is going to be 80K, but I'm going to start a little bit closer to 75. The only thing I'll do before I call is I'll check their mortgage balance to see if I can actually make them that offer. Because what if they're low equity, guys? Nice. They bought it for 23K in 2008. They paid cash. This guy's name is John Terrible. Oh, no, John Tribble. Okay, so we're going to call Mr. Terrible's house. Realtor's name is Colby. Let's see what Colby has for us today. Here it goes. This is one that I'm passionate about. I like this one.
Hey, this is Colby. Leave me a message.
Okay, we're going to run that again.
Hey, Hey, this is Colby. Leave me a message.
Okay, let's try to skip trace the owner. Or his phone's just off. I mean, we could also text him and get the... I guess I'll skip trace really quick. Let's just try to skip trace. This rarely works, but we'll give it a try, you know. We search him up, and then sometimes it gives us a phone number that's right. It's not showing me. His name's John Tribble. I don't see a John Tribble. No, I don't think this is, yeah, see, this is not very accurate, guys. No, I don't think it's probably not him. So here's what we can do. This one I believe in, the other one I don't believe in. Because this is a good deal. This is so good that I would flip it myself, but I don't flip over here. I don't have the connections to do so. It's just a no. This is just that's perfect, guys. This is very attractive to an investor, very attractive to me. It's tempting to go make a bad decision and try to flip a house in a market I've never flipped a house in before. However, I think that's probably a poor bet, so I'm not going to do that. Anyways, stellar. What other direction could this go in? Maybe it's a rental property as well. I mean, I don't think so, but maybe. Let's just check the rent. The rent would have to be $1,400 for that. I don't think it would be. Oh my God, it's $1,377. Holy shit, this could be a rental. Okay, if I get this for 80, a not immensely savvy investor intending to rent this out could pick it up. But more realistically, if I were doing this, I would 100%. I would definitely flip this thing. I think it's a flip for sure. What tool do I use to see their existing mortgage? I use a website called PropStream. It's linked in my bio. You can get yourself a 1-week free trial on it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to call him one more time just in case. No, his phone is off. What's that going to do? We're going to text him. Okay. Let's text the realtor right now. And then we'll move into some questions. Alex, you have two balls in motion here, but I don't really believe in the first one. I like the second one a lot.
Yeah, no problem. I'll let you know if we get any traction on any of them.
Yeah, the realtor has a Tuscaloosa area code, so I do own in Tuscaloosa, so I'm gonna tell him I'm a landlord. Hey Colby, I'm a small landlord out of Tuscaloosa. I'm looking to pick up your deal on 421st Ave in Birmingham. Is it available? Is it okay if I present an offer over text? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send him all of the credibility we'd need. And then we can work on this deal together. So really great flip. And guys, if you're wondering about Birmingham, we got an $8,000 assignment fee in Birmingham, like literally yesterday. I posted a video about it. Didn't do very well, but so company, GT, properties, group, and then signee, Richard, Taylor. I never sign cash deals, but I will on this one because it's awesome. And then we'll say close of escrow, 30 days, inspection. We'll say 6 business days, 6 business days. And then price, I'll start at 78. We'll start at 80,000. I think 80 is good because guys, here's what would happen if you picked it up for 80. You pick it up for 80,000, and this is as a flipper. You pick it up for 80K, which you could turn it into a rental, and it really wouldn't be that big of a deal. I mean, you'd probably get yourself maybe a 20% cash on cash, maybe 18%, but it would be okay. Buying a house for 80K that rents out for 1,400 realistically 1,300. It's okay. It's not bad. We can do better though. So $80,000. However, this would fail the inspection as a rental. So if you're trying to buy this with a DSCR loan and the lender sees some of this stuff, guys, it's going to fail the inspection. I mean, look at this. Zoom in right here. When you're here in person, you're going to be like, oh my God, there's more going on than I thought. You just have to look closely. I get it when it's zoomed out. You're like, no, it's turnkey. It's not turnkey, guys. Come on, that's not turnkey. Roof is at the end of its life. The house is dirty as hell. It appears that the kitchen is falling apart. There's probably, I'm not sharing my screen, am I? Yeah, that's what they're saying. This is what I was sharing my screen on. So guys, look at this. So from a distance, it's like, oh, turnkey rental, right? No, not a turnkey rental. This is what I was zooming in on. Look at this stuff right here. If this is what you can see, if this is what they chose to take a photo of, imagine what they didn't choose to take a photo of. Also, just all of this stuff is pretty shitty. Like, that's all pretty shitty stuff. I guess the ceiling fan's okay. I don't know why we need two, but yeah, it's just, that's not turnkey, guys. I get it that you may think it is, but when you zoom in closely, you see that it's not. So this is an awesome flip. If you were to buy this for $80,000, you're only looking at putting down about 10K if you're doing this for your first time with a lender. 80,000 plus a $5,000 for closing origination, and this is your first closing, not the investor's closing, so it's a lot cheaper than the closing that I just saw. Closing for a hard money loan, still 5K closing costs, didn't change. 80,000 plus 5, and then how much is your rehab? I think 20 would go really far here. Now you're in it for 105. Then you put in another $5,000 for holding costs. Actually, more like 3K for holding costs. Now you're in it for 108. You list the property for $175,000. Your realtor, I mean, let's say you get 170 after listing it for 175, right? Your realtor says, hey, I'm taking 6%. You're looking at $159,000 gross, and then subtract all your debt, 108. So guys, this project could be turned around in probably 3 weeks. You could probably have this ready to go, up on the market in 3 weeks for probably 8 to 10K out of your pocket. The rest is paid for by the lender. And this is if it's your first time, it would be fully free for me to do this. And you'd be looking at about $51,800 profit. Call it $52,000 profit. That's assuming 6% on your realtor fees. That's assuming a 20K rehab. And it's assuming that somebody negotiates at your asking price and says, hey, I'm going to do 170 instead of 175. So that's pretty good, guys. $51,000 turnaround in 3 weeks makes a lot of sense to me as an investor. I think this is great. I think it's a total deal, and it's not very hard for us to find. So I've just submitted an offer as high as I possibly can. And as a wholesaler, as high as I can possibly go is 80K. I get it. It's a deal at 85. Does anybody understand why I'm not doing 85 on a house listed for 99? I haven't provided value to my buyer. I'm not providing value to my buyer. When you guys bring me a deal that's close to list price, I'm like, oh, I could have done that, man. I could have done that myself. So anyways, we've texted him. We have the offer sent out. This one will go in my CRM and follow up with me, and we can follow up with the realtor.
All right, perfect. Thank you, man.
Yeah, good luck on that. It's as high as I could possibly go. Why don't you buy this? I really don't want to take the risk of finding a new contractor in this area and then testing the retail market in this area. I don't want to do that right now. I've figured out what is selling in Detroit. I have one that I'm actively renovating right now. I closed on one yesterday. On the buyer side of things, we got 21,000 profit from that. And now I have another one. And guys, I will show you the one I'm wanting, but don't try to go after it, okay? I found one that I really want. It's a new listing. Don't you try to go after it. I'm gonna see if I'll show you this one, okay? So I actually walked this thing yesterday. Guys, remember when I called my contractor and I walked this yesterday? It's a total deal. It's a total deal. I love this thing. The realtor has not been responding to me though. What's the target ROI percentage you look in a multifamily? It depends if it's an appreciating or depreciating market, but most of them are depreciating markets. So I'd say 20 to 30%, depending on occupancy. If it's already occupied, 20% will suffice. If it's vacant, I'd like closer to 30%, but that's kind of hard to hit with our new understanding of closing costs. So probably closer to 25%. Ethan, they're all posted on buyboxcartel.com if you go to buyboxcartel.com. Damn, this agent will not pick up his phone.
Hi, you've reached Dave Bajoka with Bajoka.
Did I submit him an offer? I think I did. I hit him with 75. I don't think he's going to like 75. I think I got to be at 80 for this, but I'm okay with being at 80. I'm going to call the brokerage here, although I doubt they're open. Maybe I can find a different phone number for him. Maybe he's got another phone number. Okay, but I really want that one, guys. I really want that. There he is. Is this a different phone number for him? Nope, that's the same phone number. Okay, yeah, he won't respond to me right now. But yeah, guys, we walked this today. It just barely needs any work. I've offered 75 on it. I'd really, really love to get this thing. I mean, I really want to flip it. I'll take a brief look to see if there's anything else in terms of multifamily that's just been released here. Let's see if we got anything else. So let's do max price, maybe like 95. Maybe 100,000. Max price 100,000. And then minimum price doesn't really matter. Home type, multifamily. Let's price these things high to low. Or actually, let's go newest, because I've seen a lot of them. So this was post 21 hours ago. Oof. New windows, except for these. Those are good. New windows, new windows. Definitely needs a lot. Definitely needs a lot, guys. I think this probably needs, I mean, we've got to address that. This lien right here, it's brick, so that's nice, but you need new windows, new roof. So roof and windows, and then this, I mean, roof is going to be 9. Let's do another 7 for the windows. That's 16. I don't know what the hell this is. We have to address it. Let's call it 5. So that's 21 on the exterior alone. 21 on the exterior. Interior, yeah. Interior, probably another 20 plus. Yeah. Well, you need a new tub, probably. Call it 25. It's a 45K job, guys. I think that's a 45K job. I don't know. I don't love that one. And then what are all these like old entrances? That's a little rough, man. I'm not a huge fan of that. I feel like we could do better. This guy's coming soon. They've already posted it. This interior looks great. Except for here. That's a little weird with the drop ceiling. I don't love drop ceiling. Mechanicals. I feel like this one probably could be. Let's check the roof. The exterior looks good. The siding looks good. Huh. There's so many here, guys. Checking the roof. The roof doesn't look terrible. The roof could be salvaged actually. I feel like that's a salvageable roof. That looks like a 30-year roof, maybe 10 to 12 years into its life. I don't see any weird structural things on the outside. Looks like the area is pretty solid. The interior doesn't need a ton. I feel like the interior probably needs maybe 20. I feel like this whole job might be 20. We'll call it 25. I'm going to call this job 25. Oh shit, the square footage is huge. Wow, it's massive. I could probably add bedrooms. Then I could turn it into a 6-2. Then I could sell it for 150 or 145. It is pretty damn big, guys. I wonder if that extra square footage is this back rooms in the basement. I mean, I don't want to finish that, guys. Finishing this would be, I guess you could finish it, but I feel like 25 is 20. We'll call it 27.5, 27.5. And it's going to sell for 150. Something like this for 60 could be cool. This guy's tiny. Tiny little multifamily right there. Looks like it needs a new roof, and it also looks just janky as hell. I don't love that. Okay, 7 days. Foreclosure. I could buy a foreclosure. Roof looks good. Brick siding. It's not bad. I don't know what that old entrance is. That deck's a little janky too. That's not bad at all. 9 days on Zillow. I don't really want to do this anymore. I'm going to answer questions, but there's so many things on here that you could bring me. You could bring me a deal, guys. I'm gonna do questions now. I think we've got the ball rolling on a couple things. Do I have anything to follow up with? Yeah, but I'm tired. Let's do questions. Okay. So I'm just going to answer people's wholesale questions, look at their deals. Move, they listed it as a rental. Do you think it's time to call them? Yeah, I do think it's time to call them. Yusuf, I'll give him a call. I forgot about that one. Where'd it go? He said on Monday, wanted to keep you posted. Seller and his wife are going on vacation and want to give it one last effort to lease before they move forward with the deal. They're both hesitant and the wife is much more skeptical. Is she having a hard time doing 1+1 or what? Let's give him a call. I use Bobox Cartel for Dispo.
Hey, Richard, what's going on?
Hey, man, how's it going? I was just calling about the rental situation. Just curious how long you guys want to have it up there for.
So they are currently, to kind of give you the full rundown of what it is, they are in London currently for the next week and a half, I think maybe 2 weeks. And then they're saying like, cool, let's see if we find someone that's legitimate in between now and then. If we do, perfect. If not, we're ready to move forward.
Great. Okay. I'll just give you guys a call in a week or so.
Yeah, no, that works perfect.
Excellent. Thanks so much.
Just wanted to give you a heads up. So thanks for calling. You just beat me to the punch.
Absolutely. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
So yeah, the text says they're giving it one last chance to, Yusuf, they want to see if they can have one last chance to rent the property out, before they go ahead and move forward with us. Now, for your other deal, Yusuf, Just heard back from the agent on the house that I want. He says, I'll give you a call tomorrow to run through this. I'm waiving my inspection since we've already walked the property. Let me see if I can, what was that deal that we were working on? His name was, I can't. Yusuf, what were we working on? Yusuf, what was that thing? What was that called?
It was the deal in Macon, Georgia. Marriott, I guess his name is Marriott or something. Let me send you the address.
Mikado.
Mikado, yeah.
He texted
The
me.
4 list. Oh, okay.
He says, hey, sorry, I was busy last night dealing with my father-in-law. But to be clear, can you tell me what your revised offer is in full? Yeah, I can. The full offer is simply a fee paid to take over the debt. This is because the payments on your loan are what you have this rented for, or nearly what you have this rented for. There's about, I'm offering $35K towards the seller and your commission to take over the loan. Given the condition, I couldn't obtain my own financing on it unless it's fix and flip financing, and I'd like to keep your tenants in place. Okay, I sent him that offer. Yeah, Yusuf, that one doesn't feel great to me. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't.
Me too. I will be honest with you. Me too.
It's just like
If
sometimes
they
I
didn't
get
accept
feelings,
it,
and I saw your
yeah.
Farron deal, and I was like, I just knew right then and there. I was like, oh yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
I knew it was a deal.
Big difference.
Yeah,
but regarding the deal that I told you about, and that was in Patton Road, actually they had a mortgage, and they told me we just need to cover it. So the monthly payments raised to $1,010. There's still 15% cash on cash return.
Is this Baton Rouge?
Yep.
Did it have to go up? Is that the only way?
Yeah, I needed. It's actually what they are paying. This is actually what is their current mortgage at. So I needed to go up till.
Okay, yeah. That's gonna be one that I believe in. I do believe in that deal. I feel okay about that one. I don't feel amazing. I feel okay about it. I think it's worth locking it up. You've definitely got a couple thousand there, so I'd shoot your shot, man.
Sounds good. Yep, I just got a fully signed contract, so we are good.
Perfect. That's
Really
great news, man.
Thank you. Really appreciate it, Richard.
Okay, so let's go do some more questions, guys. Hey, Seb, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, Rich?
Hey.
I have a potential mortgage takeover in Albany. It actually be a hybrid. It's got a 3% rate. He owes like $215 on it. PITI is $2170. It is fully vacant at the moment, which I guess is low key a plus for New York, if we want to say that, because I know the rental situations there. It needs about $7K of work, but so at first he was going to do the work before we closed, but now he's saying if he's going to do the work, he'd rather just do it and then list it and get a little bit more for it. It only needs like $7K, he said. I upped it a little bit just to be like pessimistic on it. So I kind of wanted to see what you think we should do for a down payment. And then originally I was going to pay him like an extra $100 a month just to make up for the remaining equity.
Okay. Is this a lien or something else?
No. That's don't even get me started on a lien, dude. I have a buyer for a lien, but it's not under contract yet, and I had to literally call the agent's like website today to get him to reply. I was like, bro, what is going on? Like, come on, like this is insane.
Realtor.
So yeah, I have a buyer for it. If we go under contract, the buyer just wants a floor plan to make sure they're like good to go. He's looking for like, but the buyer's looking for like a bunch of stuff that's room to room, and he hit me up, and I was like, yo, I actually have something right now, but this agent sucks. So yeah, don't even get me started on it, Lee. And I don't even want to go there.
I can help you out with in that situation where it needs a little bit of work.
Yeah, so I kind of want to see what you think we should do for a down payment. He wants he wants $270K on the purchase price, and then $215,000 of that would be us taking over the loan of 3%, and then he said he'd give us $20K down. It was supposed to be $27K down, but he said it needs $7K work, so he'll just knock $7K off.
Can we finance the rest without a balloon?
Yeah. So the only thing is he wants it 5 years. I'm pushing for 7. I know, because I'm like, bro, we definitely want to hold that.
How about this? Let's not add in a balloon and let's up the purchase price and finance a larger amount with him over a longer period of time. Because the balloon, as an investor, I would much rather have an extended seller carryback than a balloon at a certain date, because the refinance is going to cost me $5K, paperwork involved, and then new interest rate. So if he wants 270, say, hey, look, sometimes I do this. I'm not going to be able to refinance because your mortgage is right next to what the house is worth. You already owe more. You already owe 75%. You owe 90% of what your house is worth. I can only pull 75%. So I probably won't be able to refinance this out. However, I could just offer you a larger amount over a longer period of time. It's not like the refinance is going to be very much money for you anyways if I pay it down over that much. Like your balloon will probably be 10K. So let's turn that into 300K offer, and let's seller finance that with him until the end of time.
Okay, I like that. What if he is persistent on the balloon? Can we give him like 7 years?
Yeah, you could give him a balloon.
Like 6 or 7 years?
That would be okay. Does this cash flow?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I got it right now. I have it without the, like, I originally had it at 270K, 27K or 25K down. We pay him $100 extra a month, and PITI is 2170 without the extra 100, and it rents for 3600. But like I said, it's vacant. That's given me a 24% cash on cash with like $700 a month.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. That's great. That's really good.
All right, cool. Yeah, I just wanted your opinion there. And then I actually might have a 40 unit for your guy that picked up the Jazz's deal in Meriden. It's in New London, Connecticut. It's off market too, and they're already looking for seller finance, 10% down payment. So could be, yeah, I know.
That's great, dude. That would be that would be really awesome. Yeah, he's ready to buy.
Yeah, no.
And I got another guy who's ready to buy again too. But yeah, let me know about that.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Bye-bye. Guys, sorry, I don't have my mic today. All right, I do, but like look at the weather. Come on. You know, I live in this dark, dreary twilight land. So when the weather is like this, one of these days, I'm just like, oh my God, we gotta be outside. And plus it's good to stand. It's good to stand. Any word from Harry? Call Harry Goldblatt.
Calling Harry Goldblatt.
Hey. I don't know if you texted me, but is that deal a go or not?
Well, it's definitely a nice home, but it's a single family home. So I would have to really consider.
Wait. I thought we said it was a duplex.
I definitely walked into a single family home with.
Wait. Check this out. I'm going to text you something. Look at this, because this is check. Have you checked public record?
I did, but I would have to convert it.
Wait, check this out. It says on my end it's a multifamily.
Well, physical reality.
I know, but if it was previously a multifamily, you could just do the 2 vent duct things and then convert it back, couldn't you?
It definitely makes it easier.
Because I think it was, right? It was a multifamily, right?
I mean, as far as the physical structure, I have no indication. I have no reason to believe that. Because like the staircase is in the middle of the house. And it just usually when there's something that used to be a duplex, there's 2 very obvious entryways.
And no,
the staircase is like in the middle of the house. In fact, you go up the staircase and you can both access the kitchen and the living room up the first floor.
That's I see a second entry. Check it out. I see it on Google. Here it is. It's right here where my mouse is. Side of the house. I think that's your second entrance.
Well, so I don't typically. Yeah, so I guess you can.
You could.
There is a front door and there is a side door, and I guess you could block it off, but it's I don't typically think of the costs to convert, so it's just something else I have to consider.
Well, tell us what price you'd want it at if you had to convert it, and we'll tell the agent that.
It is a really nice house, by the way. I was in there and I'm like, this is actually beautiful.
Yeah, I had no idea that it was that good, but I also had no idea it wasn't a multifamily. It says, does public record say multifamily or single?
Let me check. I mean, I remember checking and seeing it said multi. Hold on. East 81st. It's a 2-family. It says 2-family on the county website.
That's what I think, man. I don't know. So what do you think, man? What do you think?
I have to get back to you. I can't give you. I took a ton of pictures though. I took videos. It's pretty darn close to turnkey. I mean, everything is good. Like, I don't even know. I mean, you could touch up some exterior paint. You could touch up some interior paint, but like, honestly, I could probably rent it out as is. The question is the cost to convert it to a duplex. That is the question. So I'll have to get back to you on that. I don't know that because that's not something I typically do. But at least I don't have to be on it because the city already believes it's a 2-family.
Well, you let me know, man. These guys are ready to go.
Okay, cool. Let me get back to you.
All right. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Dude, I think you're going to get it. I know Harry pretty well. And I think you're going to get it, Devin. So it's you know, he's pretty bullish. Harry's a pretty bullish guy. So I think I think he'll probably get it done. You know, don't hold me to that, but we'll see. We'll see. Careful about the WhatsApp, guys. I don't know what that is. There's a lot of scams. I'm not saying that's a scam, but there's a lot of scams. Anyways, so this guy, Harry and Richard are, Angie, I'm looking in Detroit. Harry's looking in Cleveland, but Cleveland's kind of hard to wholesale in now, because you got to get this disclosure signed. I'll drop the disclosure in the chat. I will say we have done it. So check it out. We did do it. This is the disclosure. And I did get this disclosure, or not me, Michael got this disclosure signed, and I'm doing a wholesale deal in Ohio right now for $13,000. So we got a 13K wholesale deal in closing right now in Ohio, even after that law. So it's possible, but it's a little bit harder. Are people really looking for Midwest multis? Oh my God. Yeah. Midwest multifamilies are the shit, man. Noah, what's going on?
What's up, Richard? How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you for asking. Right. So I got a owner who's looking to sell his property in Denver, Colorado. It should be in your DMs, the address. But pretty much he approached me. He's actually really cool. He knows who you are. and he approached me just wanted to see if there's anything that we can do that would make sense to kind of sell his property. So I kind of talked through the seller financing option with him, but I didn't know if that'd be the best fit here just because we got to talking, and I guess he has a payment that he has to make. I believe it's a mortgage payment of around 3,200 a month. But the rent it's bringing in is only around 4,800. The 3,200 doesn't account for like taxes, insurance, or management or anything. And so it doesn't really cash flow that strong. And so we kind of like pivoted away from that and came to this kind of exit strategy where he's thinking it could go for a flip. The buyer could come in and purchase it for like 650,000, put in around 120,000 in rehab. It doesn't need a ton of work, but he was thinking 120 in rehab, add 50,000 in closing costs, and then come to an all-in payment of around 810,000, and then sell it for $1 million.
Whoa.
So I know a lot of numbers, but I kind of just wanted to see what you think the best strategy might be here. And then also if you got a buyer for this.
East 16th?
I believe so.
Okay. Floors just need a refinish. Yeah, you know, it's pretty much turnkey. I'm not going to lie. It's damn near turnkey. Like,
it is.
Like you could use it as a rental, although the price is probably not. Well, actually, it's a duplex. Okay. So what do you think this is going to rent out for per side?
Well, it's currently doing 4,800. Let me fact check that, but that's the number I have. Yeah, 4,800.
That's good. Are those leases long term?
Let me check.
Because if they're long term, forget flipping it. We got to turn it into a rental if it's long term. So when I see this, my immediate strategy is creative finance, because a cash offer on something like this isn't great because of how much money you need to come up with to buy it. It's like a lot of money to buy this. So if you're going to buy this property, you're looking at 140K entry fee, and then your payment after that. So let's say you get it for 650, so $650,000. You put 130,000 down with the lender, 10K for closing, 6% interest. You pay 2,800 just in principal and interest, and then you pay another probably 500 in taxes and insurance. So you probably pay 3,300, and you rent it out for 48. You said.
Yes.
So people are going to look at the 4,800 as like 20% less than that, maybe 15% since it's already occupied. So 15% less than that, call it 4,000. So you'd be making monthly, assuming 15% off the top, you'd be making about $780 a month if you bought this thing as a rental property, but you'd have to spend 140K. So there's better ways to access $700 a month than spending 140,000. So when I think rental property, even if we get a discount, unlikely. If we do it in cash, not so much rental property. If we do a lump sum, like you buying it with a loan, and then I think if you flip the property, the tenants need to leave, which you could flip it, but the tenants are in place, so probably keeping the tenants. So the best strategy here is creative finance. So creative finance would be a really, really awesome strategy for this one.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. Though I got the property under contract as a cash, but again, he'd be open to basically anything that makes sense to get it sold. So what would be the best, what would I offer for creative? Because again, he has to make monthly mortgage payments, I believe, of around 3,200. So it's kind of cutting close to the rent.
Sorry, I have a guy incessantly insisting that I like men in the comments, and I'm loving his fixation with me. Okay, so
that's all good.
So so here's the thing. Multifamilies, if you're doing this in cash and it's above the price point of like 150 or 200, it becomes a very undesirable product. And I think it's just because the cash on cash return is not great. So if you were going to get this for a lump sum and somebody were buying it with a loan, the unfortunate reality is I'd start to have confidence in this at 500K. So it would have to be It's just I don't think I've ever done a deal like this, like in a discounted, expensive multifamily. They either have to be in creative finance or ridiculously discounted. It's just not what buyers buy for whatever reason.
I completely agree. He would be open to doing a creative finance, but I don't know the best way to kind of structure it.
Okay, let's hit him with this. 700K. 70. Let's do 700K, $75,000 down, monthly payments of, so he has 4,800 coming in, right? So let's do 4,800. Let's take 15% off the top of the 4,800. That turns into 4,000. If we had offered him 2,500 a month in payments, 2,200 a month in payments brings us to 1,800.
Well, that's also the other challenge because he has a mortgage note on it where he's making 3,200 a month payments.
Oh, you know he has a mortgage on this thing.
Yeah, that's what he's told me.
Oh, interesting. Okay, PropStream said free and clear.
I'm pretty sure he said mortgage, but regardless, I do know he's making 3,200 a month payments. So it's a tough cash flowing situation. I didn't know if there was anything possible to be done.
There's definitely something you can do. What is the balance of his loan?
I don't have access to the records and everything.
So I would need to know the balance of his loan to make that offer. I could guess he's owned it for 2 years. He bought it for 580. It says he bought it in cash. If he bought it for 580 and it appraised for 580, he may have taken 75% of that out. So it's possible that bro owes, I feel like he might owe 430. I feel like his mortgage could be 430, maybe 440. But he has an asking price of 650. So we've got to seller finance his equity. So we'd have to give him, we couldn't do 75 down if his mortgage is that high. So if it's costing him 3,000 a month,
he would be open to like a very low like entry fee. I saw you talking the other day. I think it was yesterday actually, just about the possibility of picking up a property, but coming in with like a very low entry fee.
I haven't. No, it's okay. It's okay. This is totally okay. So we're gonna do 675, $50,000 down, debt taken over, and remaining amount financed at 500 per month. And maybe we do 50. So let's say we'd have 3,500. It's rented for 48. 50 down. I'm gonna go 40 down because now our payments are kind of high. And you could go up, we'll go 45 to be safe. 45 down plus CC, debt taken over, remaining amount financed at $200 at $500 per month, 6-year balloon. 7-year balloon, 685. That's my creative finance offer. That's called a hybrid. So there's 3 parts of that deal. You have the purchase price of 685. You have debt of approximately 430, but I'm guessing there. And then you have a seller financed amount of about $250,000. And then that 250 is financed at $500 per month with a balloon payment on it on the 7th year, which is possible. Although if I'm the seller and we just lock up a deal and then I immediately pivot, I might be kind of mad here. So the approach is definitely going to be a little bit challenging.
Yeah, I think he'd be open to it, actually. I think it wouldn't be tough to kind of get him on this bandwagon. I don't know if you have the time for this, but he is also open to a call. He's a super cool guy. But I don't know if you have the time for it.
I do have the time for it. 100% I have the time. But here's the problem. I don't want to I don't want to do your dirty work. And so something that I would not do to a seller is I'm going to make you this offer. And then the next day I say, hey, let's change the offer. So if I'm calling him and I'm saying, hey, we just made you this offer, let's change it. And you and I have never talked before. Not only do we not have the benefit of the rapport you may have with him, but now I'm not playing a role in your acquisitions. There's shit on the floor and I'm picking up the shit and I don't want to do that.
I know. I hear you. That makes sense to me.
It's embarrassing.
But again, he does know who you are. Sorry.
Yeah. It's for me, it would be embarrassing because having this reputation and then changing a deal on a single day, or maybe a couple of days of having it under contract, it's not. You know, my least favorite thing is to cancel a contract. Something I don't like even more than canceling a contract is just getting a deal and then renegotiating. It just doesn't. It doesn't feel super good. But you have rapport with the guy, so you know.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd have a better chance at it anyways. He doesn't know who I am. He's going to be mad that you had somebody else do your dirty work for you. He's going to want you to own it.
I agree. Yeah, I'll take it to him. He's a super cool guy. He's basically, if I came to him and just explained to him, yeah, I talked with Richard because he knows who you are. He's seen your strategy and everything, and he really likes your content, which is cool. So I don't think I'd have a problem if I came to him and was like, hey, I talked to him. We wouldn't be able to do it a cash way, but we could probably do it like in this type of structure. I think he'd be down for that.
Yeah, that would be cool, man. I feel like that would be a really good deal if you could get that.
Okay, sweet. I'll present it to him. You put it in the chat, right?
I
think so. I see it here.
Yes, it is in the chat.
Okay, so 685, 45 down, and closing costs, and then debt taken over.
Yeah, debt
and then
taken over, which could,
finance.
I've guessed on the debt. I feel like the debt could be around there, but I don't know.
Okay, I'll find out the debt situation, and would it help? Does it need to be kind of like around that 400,000 you were saying?
No, it doesn't. You told me the most important part. I can structure it any which way. The most important part is what the cost of that loan is, and you told me it was $3,000 and some per month. So that's the most important part. Knowing that, even if it's 500 or 200, it doesn't matter. We can probably make it work.
Okay, sweet. And that 3,200 again doesn't include taxes, insurance, so it'd still be fine. Even with those expenses added, it'd still be a valuable asset.
If the 3,100 doesn't include taxes and insurance, we need to reevaluate this.
Yeah, it doesn't include those. Taxes and insurance is like 500 total.
Well, ask him about that because usually taxes and insurance will get escrowed into the payment there. So all of my mortgages, the PITI, the mortgage payment includes taxes and insurance. So maybe it does, but if he said it didn't, it didn't. Yeah,
I did ask him. He said it didn't include it, but that the taxes and insurance were 500 total per month.
Okay. Let's do 30 down and maybe 35 down. And the reason I say 35 down probably because now the payments are going to be about 4,000 and we're rented for 4,800. So now there's not very much cash flow. 30 down would be ideal on this. So there's just not a ton of cash flow knowing that. And maybe make the payments $400 per month to him. That's a little bit hard.
Got you. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. I'll present that and take that to him.
Yeah. So here's a good question, and best of luck on that. I'm new here. How do I go about acquiring a property with bad credit without paying cash, obviously? Yeah. So the way you'd acquire a property with bad credit is you would take over somebody else's mortgage, and you wouldn't assume the loan. You would more so put the property into a trust and then buy the trust. So where do you live? Person in the chat, your name is Dr. Stepbro. Dr. Stepbro, Pennsylvania. Okay, what part of Pennsylvania? Where do you want me to look in Pennsylvania? I'll find you one right now. Can you do creative if they have a hard money loan? Yeah, you totally could, but you wouldn't want to do that. What's the best tricep lift? Lay down on a bench, take a bar like this, and go like that. That's the best. Skull crusher. Yeah, that is pretty OP. You can also do it with the Smith press. Smith press is good, but I like the balance from the skull crusher. So, wow, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, Dr. Stepbro, you live in Indiana, Pennsylvania? The city is Indiana, or you live in the state? Indiana, Pennsylvania? That's a place? No way. Indiana, PA. Oh my God, it is. Okay, Indiana, Pennsylvania. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay. I think that might be a small place to look, but we will look. Indiana, PA. Okay, so if I wanted to buy a house in Indiana, PA and take over the debt here, I would do active. Am I sharing my screen? Yeah. Then I would go ahead and do, yeah, you don't really have anything for sale here. It's like 5 houses and none of them have mortgages. Yeah, bro, you live, I hate to say this, but it's kind of deep. We got to get you something in Pittsburgh. Okay, Pittsburgh, PA. And this is what I would do. So I'm going to do valuation and equity. We're going to go ahead and do maximum equity, probably 20%. And then what else am I going to look for? Well, I'd probably check out interest rate. Interest rate, I don't really care. It's cheap enough properties. So let's see what we can find. 355, 395, 4 beds, 2 baths, and that's a good deal. Yeah, that works. That works, but we can do better. We can do better. We can do better. Do you want a condo or you want a house? You want a condo or you want a house? Can I join up and explain why I want around here? Yeah, but you got to understand that if houses aren't for sale there, houses aren't for sale there. Okay.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey. Yeah, so I was looking like within an hour radius of Indiana, PA, because we have a data center being built up here, which is bringing in about 4,000 new renters to the area. So it's kind of going to like drive the price of rent up insane over the next, they're going to be here like for 7 years. So that's like my whole thought process here.
Yeah, you could do that. You could get a property over there. Nobody has a mortgage there, and the way that you get a house with bad credit is by taking over a mortgage. So there's no mortgages there. I looked at all the houses that were for sale. They're too cheap to have mortgages. Cheap houses don't often have mortgages. Now, if we wanted to look a little bit closer to that area, like,
so I'm like on the team for housing the staff at this data center. So I kind of like have an in, but I have shit credit at the moment, you know?
Well, what I would do is this. So I've put in some low equity filters into this site called PropStream. So I've put in this 20% maximum equity filter. And what it's populating is people who owe pretty close to what their house is worth. So you see this guy right here? He's got a pretty solid house in PA. I guess it looks like it needs some work here. But this guy is asking 244. He owes 297. You know, he's underwater. So he just lets you take over the debt for the realtor commission only.
Yeah.
Similarly, you know, this guy right here, he owes 355. He's asking 395, and he's been asking that for a long time. So he would just let you take over the debt. So, yeah, you know, these are all, you want to find somebody who owes what their property is worth, and then you want to offer to pay the realtor's commission to take over their mortgage, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then if you want,
so just kind of look farther.
Yeah, and we have pitches on this. We have pitches and resources to accomplish this. So have you taken the mortgage takeover course?
No, I joined yesterday.
Oh, okay, got it. So here's what you're going to want to do. Get started mortgage takeover right here. This is a course that breaks down the identification of those properties and the pitch, which are equally as important.
Okay.
So if you can figure that out, you should be good to go.
Okay. And then, so I've never like done anything along those lines. So how does that work as far as like a down payment, or do you literally just present it as I'm going to take over this debt?
Well, I always like to say, I'd like to take over your debt and I'm willing to offer you this fee to take over your debt. If you go to my hashtag phone call recordings, you can hear me pitching this over and over and over again. There's like hours and hours and hours, like upwards of 70 hours of phone calls in here. Like there's hundreds of recorded phone calls in here, and take some of them with a grain of salt, because I think I started posting those 4 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I would take the Get Started Mortgage Takeover course.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Best of luck.
Thank you.
See ya. Bye. I don't do the paperwork myself. No. I don't do the paperwork. My TC does, or the realtor does. Why do I have makeup on? I'm not wearing any makeup today, but if there's anything you'd like me to zoom in on, let me know. Okay, so we're gonna talk to probably Jack, I think was next. Hey Jack, how's it going?
What's up, Rich? How you feeling?
Oh,
man?
yo, it's you. Hey, what's going on?
What's up, dude? How are you?
I'm well today.
Living the dream. Just had a few quick questions, brother. I was looking for you, honestly, for the Detroit property. So, I mean, because eventually I want to flip, but you told me, I should kind of look at wholesaling a bit so I can know what is a deal.
Sorry, I'm just loving my comments on TikTok. They're just absolutely.
I really
insane.
don't get it, man. I don't get this shit.
I like them, man. I like them. I'm not peeved by this. I'll read you a couple of them. Shave the gay mustache. Yo Fabio, why you have makeup on? Fabio looking at. Just gay. Period. They just keep going. They just keep going. Wow, anyways, I like them. I like them. Okay, so sorry, you're looking for a deal in Detroit?
Well, no, I want to start flipping, dude. I want to make the same profits you're talking about, man. Because like I said, I'm liquid a little bit, and I'm bringing in a little bit more business, doing other things, so I have a little bit more cash. But you told me the best option, obviously, is to wholesale first, so you can kind of know what is a deal and what is not. So what I was looking is for you. I found maybe 2 deals. I called I called both of them, but one lady didn't answer. The other lady did. She's interested. It's $50K. She can go for 30. The issue is, Rich, the ARV is around 200, but it needs like 100K worth of work.
I'm scared of something like that, man.
Oh, you don't wait. What'd you say about that?
I'm scared of something like that. Harry might take on something like that, but yeah, you're right. It does need 100.
I told Harry actually, so I was
Harry
just on.
Harry doesn't do Michigan. He only does Ohio.
Exactly. Yeah. So I can find something for him in Ohio, but
people do touch stuff like this. This is just it's just a lot, man. That's a lot. I think somebody would. I would try to get something like this for like 20. Because you really.
I told her 20. She said she's had higher offers. I told her 30. She said she'd had higher offers, but she's interested with the right proof of funds and if we can go quick at 30. And I did search the ARV, man. A lot of stuff around there is similar housing. It's 200, 175, and I did the math. 0.6% minus the rehab, which is 100K. We would be set at 30.
Yes, in theory. I think a lot of investors would tap out on something like this because they'd be like, whoa, even though the numbers are there, this is a lot could be found. A lot could be found. So, but it's just a big ass project. It's a big ass project. And I would be intimidated to do something like this. I think my contractor would be intimidated. I think if I sent him there, he'd be like, I don't really want to do this, man.
I understand. What about the first one that I sent? So I sent you 2. That Myers one is what I was looking at for the next one. It's nice. It's good condition for what it is. I'm thinking I could lock this up for 35. It's at 60 right now. 40 worst case scenario, and 40 is still doable. It seems with the ARV around there looks to be property. It's Max. I saw the MAO as the around 20 to 40. So if we had to do 40, if she can't go any under, I think I could like 40.
I like this one.
Yeah, the ARV around there seems to be mid-level rehab, clean flip, and a solid rental possibly would be realistic around 115 to 140.
I'm interested. I'm very interested in this. I really like this.
Really? Yeah, it's a nice one.
I like this one. This is appealing to me. I'm gonna underwrite. New roof, siding probably salvageable.
You think it needs a new roof?
I learned the hard way. Yes. Last time I did a flip, man, my roof was functional. It was okay. There was no problem with it. And they said that I had to repair it, and I was like, just because it's ugly? And they're like, yeah, just because it's ugly. And I was like, okay, whatever. So yeah, now I'm doing
counter needs a little bit of help. Like if you could see that.
Yeah,
it's
no,
a little-
this is perfect, man. This is excellent. So this is like that other flip that I was really interested in earlier today because, dude, I could get this done in 2 weeks. I put my roof on in a single week. I power wash the siding. I paint my brick. I paint the stairs. Floors don't even look like they need a refinish. Walls.
The back needs some work for the back.
I see a bathroom that needs work, a sink that needs replaced. I see that I could probably put in maybe better countertops, but even the cabinets are moderately okay. Dude, this is so light. I get this done for 20. So this is a 20K job. God, I'm gonna give you an offer on this right now. I'm gonna give you an offer on this right now. I buy this 100%. I just need to see if there's any deaths in the area. None.
Deaths? Oh,
None. Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at my crime. It's like a couple of arrests, nothing crazy.
I don't care
but
about.
pretty.
I don't care about arrests. I only care about shootings. This is really good. I wish I could share my screen on it. It's really, really good, but I don't want anybody to go after this at the same time because I will pay you an assignment fee for this.
Dude, that's awesome. Be the first.
It's just not that hard.
Dude, this really it took me 10 minutes to find. I'm not gonna lie to you, Rich. Like that was
it's not
crazy.
that hard. I'm literally just too lazy to find them myself, and so is Harry. Harry could easily do what he's about to pay me 4K for. He easily.
Dude, I know. I talked to Harry, man. He's very interested in some stuff I showed him too. Like he's really doing it, man. What a nice guy too, man. I love that guy.
Yeah, Harry's really cool. He's a really awesome person. I like Harry a lot. Okay, so. Gosh, what a no-brainer. What a no-brainer deal. I don't know why this thing is even still for sale. Especially if
That's what I'm saying. It's in really good condition, it seems, for the price.
So I'm just gonna check some multifamilies here. The only thing I don't love about it is that it's a 3-bed multifamily, which is okay. I'd love to convert another bed because, dude, if I can add one more bedroom, my ARV jumps 15-20 on this thing, which is kind of insane.
Seriously.
Yeah, so it would because, dude, your rent for a 1-1 versus a 2-1 is drastically different. It's huge. So a 2-1 unit is kind of like a 3-1 house versus a 2-1 house. You want a 2-1 unit minimum, not a 1-1, because then you could have a family live in there. You could have mom and dad and then kids and then common space.
Because then it's two. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So this is awesome. To imagine getting this for 35 is insane. I'd literally make like 50 or 60 on that.
Yeah. Definitely did it because I mean, explain to her why of course the reasoning behind that is the 0.6 and the rehab, maybe a 20K rehab, let them know, and then ARV around there is like I said, like 120. I mean, honestly, even the price point it's at, like it's not horrible. Even if we get it at 50, what do you think? Of course, I'm gonna try to do 35, 40. But even maybe she goes for 45. Because I keep looking at like sold around there, man. Like, did you see what's being sold in this area? Nothing. Like, not bad.
Just a moment. So I'm gonna do past 12 months on Zillow. I'm comping. Highest past 12 month sale is 105, but I could probably comp in a larger range. So let's see, how far could I comp? I could probably go all the way down to here, to here, to here. And I could probably go to here. Just click apply. Yeah. So a little bit wider of a comp range this time. Pricing high to low. That didn't really free anything up, did it? Maybe slightly lower. You got a 35, you got a 150. 150 over here, and that is a duplex. And how far is that duplex from us? So for sale, wait, where did it go? 150 right there. And then that's kind of far. Yeah, I think I could sell this for about 115. Maybe 110 to 120 even. But now I run cash on cash. So I think the comps put me at about 115, maybe 105 because you got another one that sold for 105. You have a really solid comp for 105. I don't know if it was flipped.
Where I see one for 100 on the one below it, if you see what I'm talking about, but
so
I don't see the one.
I've got a 105. It's a 3-2 duplex. So it's a 3-2 duplex. Was it flipped?
Can you DM me that one, Rich, real quick? I'd love to see it.
Yeah, that's
because I'm literally learning as I go as well. Like I've done a few calls. I love sales in general, so I mean this comes pretty natural to me. But I want to see how you kind of do comps.
So I found that, and I can share my screen on the comps because it doesn't show the address. So.
Oh, that's exactly, yeah. That's literally the street I was gonna tell you. Yeah.
Yeah. So 105 there. You've got 100 here, but it's not the same type of property. What I'd like to see is the square footage on this, since they don't tell us. 1680.
God.
That's a comp. So that's quite comparable to us. And then you got a 155.42 over here. We're not quite a house like that. That's not quite what we are. So you got that 155 and a 150. So I think a really safe figure for this is probably 110. 110 is very safe. Now I'm going to assess the rehab.
I mean, rehab, I would not say over 20. But obviously, like I've dealt with a couple like very basic ones in construction, but you know way more. You're experiencing it right now. So what do you think?
Let's see. Okay. So interior 10 would do the interior. Then you need to take care of that back deck.
By the way, man, I guess roofers that will do a roof for you for like 6K, 7K.
Yeah, yeah, this wouldn't be an expensive roof. So you're probably looking, maybe we could do like an 8K on the roof. The siding can be saved, and then some paint. So we'll do 8 plus like maybe like 2 for paint, because it's just not that bad. Windows look largely okay. You do have to take care of that deck back there, so that deck will be taken care of.
That's what I was worried about, that deck. But I mean, what, probably a K there? Nothing crazy?
It goes up, so you'll need to have some scaffolding to do it. So maybe like 2 for the deck.
What's scaffolding going into the dirt?
It's like it's the deck is elevated. It's off the ground. It's 20 feet off the ground, so you'll have to build a little metal structure to build the deck. So yeah, so it's probably like 8 plus 2 plus maybe 2 for the deck, and then maybe another miscellaneous of 4. I feel like, gosh, I feel like 17.5, and this thing is nice. We'll call it 20 worst case, but 17.5 is probably okay. But you think you could get this for 40?
I'll see how my sales is, my man, but I can definitely lower than what it is at now. I would say worst case 50, but maybe she's very stern. Like, no, but it's been on the market for, how many days, so a couple months. So
if I bought it for 50, that would mean you got it for like 47, 45 or something. And then I'm in it with 5,000 closing costs, and then we put in another 20,000 rehab, and I'm in it for 75. And then I have, shit, is that it? I've probably got about 2,000, 2,500 in holding costs, and I'm going to use 18 on the rehab, man. 18 will be fine. So that's 75.5. That's everything I'm in it for. I'd be in it for 75.5 at 50. And then I could probably sell this. I mean, now I'm going to run cash on cash here. I would like to know if I could add another bedroom. It's not my cash on cash. It's the buyer's cash on cash. So
yeah, for rent.
I feel like we'd be looking at,
I mean, I would say 1,000, probably. Let's see, because I didn't actually check on Zillow. I was looking at different rents in the area, but I mean, that area is not bad for rent. I mean, you got a K, for units like this, 800. I mean, even if you got 800 each side, or 1,000 for the 2 and then the 1, you would still be looking at 1,500.
so I think you probably get 1,000 for the bigger one, and I think you probably get about 800 for the other one. So I'm going to say 1,000 and 800. So if we have 1,000, so we have 1,800 coming in, and I can share my screen on this part, guys. So check this out.
Yeah. I mean, Section 8, of course, does say more, but we don't trust that anymore, do we?
They would pay more, but not very much, and they'd make us jump through some hoops. So 1,800 multiplied by 0.8 is 1,440. If you were to buy this thing for 110,000 off me, and you have a down payment of 22,000. Your interest rate is probably 6.5%. 7% puts you at 545. 6% puts you at 584. So call it maybe 510.
600 PITI.
510 plus 250, 760 PITI. This is what's coming in. Subtract your 760. You're looking at 680. Multiply that by 12. You're looking at 8,000 per year. Total cost of entry on this would be 32,000.
Wait, what's that cash on cash? 20%?
25.5. That's good. And
not
that's
bad.
with my new closing cost of $10,000. So 25.5.
Oh, wow.
So I could sell this. If I can add another bedroom, I can sell it for 120. If I can keep it where it is now, I could sell it for 110. I think 17.5 gets the property fully done up. I would buy this. I'd love to get this for 45, man. So anything you can get below 45 would be awesome, which is a pretty crazy thing for me to say, given that it's listed for, what is that?
Yeah.
60. Yeah, me paying 45 and it being listed at 60 is heat. So yeah, man.
It's a nice property. It is nice.
I would even schedule a walkthrough with the agent. I could waive I could waive my inspection period and walk the property.
Okay, sounds good. So like we could pretty much close fast. Let them know.
I can waive my inspection period and I can walk the property. I'll bring you up tomorrow. Can you find out? I mean, I'll get you my proof of funds right now.
If you don't mind DMing me.
I'll get you my proof of funds and then 2 houses I've recently bought in Detroit that are like this.
Please. Yes, because I've noticed a lot of agents definitely ask. I tell them about mine in Buffalo here, but they're kind of hesitant because they're like, oh, you don't know the Detroit market. It's very different. I'm like, I think I can figure it out. You know, it's not rocket science, but yeah. Also, Rich, would you be interested?
Jordan says it's going pending. Just talk to the agent. Uh-oh.
What size of the property?
I don't think it. I didn't show the address, so I feel like it might not be. Okay,
Who's Jordan?
I don't know. It's some guy on TikTok.
Oh,
Jordan, that one really?
How does he know?
He does have the address. I don't know. I didn't share my screen on it, but
how's it pending? It says it's not pending.
Well, it says it's about to. Why don't you hit him with 48 to be competitive? Why don't you hit him with 48 to be competitive?
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I can. Yeah. You don't want to call them together, Rich?
That's what I pay you. That's what I pay you to do. You get this.
I know.
Yeah. Get this. So get this for 48. And tell them that no inspection period and I can submit EMD day 1.
No inspection and you can submit EMD day 1. Cool.
Yeah, no inspection,
cool.
48, I can submit EMD day 1. I'll just send my contractor to the property prior to going under contract.
Okay. I'm actually kind of, Rich, I'm not that far from this area. I mean, like 5 hours. I wouldn't mind if we, because you said this before, where if somebody finds you a nice deal, you can kind of go in with them. Would that be a possibility, you think? And then I can manage the construction side.
My contractor manages the construction.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is fully passive for me. I don't have to do anything for it. That's more so on a big cash flowing rental. So for something like this, it would be awesome for you to, I think I would do it pretty close to list. So if you could get this for 48, we get you a couple thousand in an assignment fee. So I would just say no inspection, EMD day 1, and we'll get it done.
Okay, cool. Sounds good, man. I'll keep you updated tomorrow. You want to bring me up same time tomorrow, you think?
Yeah, same time tomorrow. I'll set a reminder now. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., remind me to bring up Jack.
Okay, I added it.
Okay, got you.
Awesome. Thanks, Rich. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, see ya.
All right, peace.
What's up, Roth? Hey, man.
It's Rafa. Hey, Rich, how's it going?
Hey, how can I help you?
Yeah, I just sent to his property in the DM. I'm talking directly to the owner of the property. He's openly open to creative finance. He just wants a big down payment. he was talking about needing 125. The property brings in 6,690. I'm thinking we can negotiate down payment down to 110, a little bit above the 10% range, but I think it's still a deal even at the 125 down payment price. I don't know what you think. A really nice property.
So what do you think you could get the down payment for?
I think we can negotiate because this guy is an investor. He needs the cash to buy another property or a building he wants to buy. So that's why he wants a big down payment. And I'm guessing he doesn't really care that much about what the monthly payment is. So maybe we can negotiate down like a low monthly payment, like 1.3 a month, and then I don't know, 115 down, 120 down. I don't know what you think.
He's got a mortgage costing him over $4,000 a month. Oh, look, wait, hold on. This is Harry about that property. Devin, this is about your property. Hello?
Hey,
Hey.
do you think the seller would do 59? Closing 2 weeks, no inspection contingency. We could do $1,000 non-refundable EMD.
I will find out for you. I don't know.
Okay.
I will not jump to conclusions. I will find out. Maybe they will. Maybe they will do that. I will, well, okay. Wholesaler says they have an offer at 60, so probably not. So we could tell them 55.
Well, in that case, give him an offer at 61.5.
We're at 62 right now.
Wait, what do you mean? Hold on a second.
They're ready to sign at 62. I think I had sent it to you at, what are we at, man? I think we're at 62, right?
You texted me 66.
Yeah. So I think we could do 64. But I think they might go with the other offer if we move it down. We're at 61.5. They'd be like, why do you need $500 off? Because that's a difference in my mortgage payment of like 2 cents.
Offer 63.5.
I already have it at 62.
Oh, you have it at 62.
I have it at 62. They're down. Yeah, they're down for 62. So you want 60?
They're down for 62.
Yeah. So you want 64?
Oh, could I get it from you for 63.5?
I think 64 would be super sexy.
63.5, and I buy you dinner in San Diego, and whoever you want.
Devin says 65. It's not even. I'm not even keeping it. Devin is. Devin's keeping it. It's his first wholesale deal. It's his first wholesale deal, man.
Tell me about Devin.
It's just a guy. It's just a guy who's
just a guy.
He says if you bring me to San Diego too, but now I gotta buy him a flight. Do 64 for him.
I'll buy you a Spirit flight.
You'll do 64. Okay, perfect. I'll send you the assignment.
Great. Looking forward to it.
So 64 is okay.
Yeah, we could do 64.
Okay, we can do 60. We can do 64. Okay, cool. I'll tell Devin.
I mean, I liked it better at 59. But
I know. I just don't know if we can get him to do that.
You already have it at 62.
We have it at 62. We were at 64, and I told him to price drop it to 62, and that was a good bet.
Great. Okay. Let's run it.
Okay. Devin told me yesterday that they had verbally agreed to that and just wanted you to walk it first. And now that you have, I think we should be good to go. So I can say no inspection period, right?
I already inspected it.
So no inspection. Okay. So we'll say, so we can submit, we'll say maybe like $500 EMD submitted within a couple of days of signing the contract and no inspection and a 30-day closing.
Cool.
Okay, perfect. Let's see if I can make that happen.
Nice. Yeah, of course you can.
Yes, Devin already made it happen. So we're just gonna get them to send us the contract now.
Amazing. Cool.
All right.
Sounds good.
Perfect. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
So Devin, can we lock that up at 62 with no inspection, EMD submitted in like 2 days of signing?
Yep.
Hope so. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's gonna be mad if he did all that and we don't get it.
No. We're getting it. I've already been texting her. She's just waiting for the new contract.
Good. And
it needs updated.
That's your first deal?
Yes, sir.
Great. Yeah, it's not much, man. Kind of like my first deal. My first deal was $27.50.
You're good, dude. Well, I literally sent you a foreclosure for 40K, and it's literally turnkey in Detroit. And I was like, bro, it's a 3-1, but it's you should check it out because I think you'll get it. You'd like it, and if you, yeah, I literally have 4. I have 5. I have so many things coming up, but I have a 5-unit duplex or 5 duplexes in Ohio that's pending. It's a portfolio, and I'm trying to get it to Harry too.
Get that disclosure signed.
I am. She said that she said as soon as they walk it and as long as they accept the contract, they'll sign it. So
good.
So she said they're okay.
Good.
She's like, I don't care if you wholesale it. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Love it.
Let me know about that foreclosure though, because I'll lock it up. I already talked to the agent. She said it's cool. Just tell me what price.
I don't really want to flip a single family.
Okay, no worries. Well, just tell me if you, if you don't like it, no worries, because I have a duplex coming up in Detroit
It's
too.
not that I don't like it. It's that my buyers are now, the buyers for something like this would just be retail buyers, and I can't predict when a retail buyer buys a house. So, I tell you, man, if you can get this thing for like, shit, you think you get it for 25?
That foreclosure?
Yeah.
I'll try.
Because then I could sell it to an investor. Because I'd be like, yo, I could sell this to my investors fully renovated, and it probably only needs like 10 or 15 to get good, like a pressure wash and some things. And then
that one for 40K.
Yeah, if you could get that for 25, I'd probably buy it. The reason I say that is because I need to sell these at a price that makes sense for an investor, and the rent on this is, hold on, hopefully closer to 1,400.
I think it's 1257, but I might be wrong.
1,350, cool. So it's 1,350, which means I could probably sell it to an investor up to 70,000. So if you got it at 25, I'd be in it for like, maybe I pay you a 3K assignment, that's 28, and then we have 5K in closing costs, that's 33, and then I put in 15, that's 48, and then I sell it for 70, and that's 22,000 profit. So yeah, actually I would pick this up if you could get it for like 25 to 27K.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
I'm not even thinking about the ARV. I'm simply thinking about the cash on cash return, because honestly, when I think about flipping houses for retail buyers, I'm like, I don't know what makes
it's a bigger question mark, right?
Yeah. It's like, I know what makes you pull the trigger, good design. But I don't know. When I look at an investor, I'm like, you have to pull the trigger for tax purposes, and this is an undeniable return for you. So I know you'll buy it. But I know at that price, an investor would be like undeniable return, because 70K property renting out for 1,350 fully turnkey because I renovated it. Oh, hell yeah. That's good. So yeah, I would do a single family if we can get the single family's ARV and rehab at a place that makes sense for my investors.
Solid. Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, dude.
Computer's at 7%. Let's we're gonna wrap this up before it dies. But Devin, let me know about that. Oh, we have to get this assigned. Hold on, we need you back. Actually, Devin, we're gonna get it under contract. You come back tomorrow. I'll bring you up tomorrow. Tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Remind me to bring up Devin.
Okay.
Devin, we'll bring you up tomorrow. Okay, Rafa, I'm so sorry. We got interrupted by a call. But you were talking to me about this thing in Orlando. He has a mortgage on it that costs him money per month, a lot. I think it probably costs him $4,200 a month. You said the tenants were paying $6,700.
Use it as a corporate short term, but yes, it's bringing, for the last 3 months, he said it brings in $66.90.
Okay, we couldn't.
Yes, could there be a chance that he doesn't have a mortgage on it and the property is wrong?
Yes, there's definitely a chance. There's always a chance.
Yeah, because if not, then there's no deal if he does have a mortgage. So I'm going to ask him to confirm.
Yeah. It's just, the thing is, the cash flow is proportionate to the down payment. And what I'm thinking about your cash flow on something like this is, if you pay 44 and you bring in 67, amazing. What caveats that amazingness is, how much money do you have to spend to access that cash flow? So when I'm thinking about flipping that duplex just before, or that single family, I'm thinking you could access $500 cash flow for $20,000. That's a good return on investment. But when I think about accessing this cash flow, and you have to put down 125 with our fee, and then the cash flow that you're accessing is maybe only like $1,000 per month. Not the best use of money, and then also not the best use of money if the property is an Airbnb, because Airbnb is like kind of a speculative business model. And then another thing I'm wondering is PropStream has it as a 2-bed, 1-bath with 500 square feet, but I don't really believe that. I bet it's bigger. Anyways, yeah, there's a way to get this done. Ask them about the mortgage. If there is a mortgage, we just need to lower the down payment and we can make it work.
Okay. I'll keep working on it, but thank you for your time though.
Absolutely. Mr. Chungus, what's going on, man?
Hey, Richard, what's up?
Hey, man, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good, bro. I have this property I sent you on DMs. They were open to seller finance. Initially before I ran the numbers. But once I ran the numbers, I saw that the property wouldn't cash flow. So it would have been the perfect property for a checkmate pitch. But they were open to seller finance. The agent was just like, yeah, you just have to put something down for me also. And I said, yeah, we can do that. But I just find out if I structured the deal the correct way, because the agent was looking for 10,000 for us to put towards his commission. But I was not sure if we could do that.
Yes, 100%.
And I just ran the numbers.
100%. You could give the seller up to 50, and you could give the agent 10K down. But I'd love to give slightly less to the seller.
The way that I had structured the deal, I had offered above asking, and I did 620,000. And then for the down payment, initially I had did 70,000 to the seller and 5K to the agent. But he was like, yeah, can I raise it a little bit more? And I was like, yeah, maybe I can raise it to maybe 5 or 6K. I mean 6 to 7K. And that was initially I had only did 12% for the down payment, but we could make, if we do 13%, then we can do 70K to the seller and then 10K to the agent. But the agent was open to do seller finance, and they just said I should send a purchase agreement instead of a written offer. They was just like, yeah, send the purchase agreement.
Yeah,
so I just kind of wanted to structure the
go to Buy Box Cartel and submit an auto contract if you don't know how to do it yourself. So if you doing a contract yourself, really easy. There's a video on how to do it in #contracts. My computer is going to die, so I can't do it. But if you go to #contracts, you can fill out a contract right here and watch the video. Use this little Google Drive link to do it that's in there. Or you can go to auto contracts and submit a contract. And that is honestly what I would probably recommend. So this is Buy Box Cartel. If you log into Buy Box Cartel, can you see my screen? I would take a video of this, okay? I would take a video. So click Control Panel, then go to Deal Checker. See Deal Checker on the bottom? Deal Checker.
Yeah.
And then submit your address. Let's say that this is your address, right? This is not your address, but let's just say it is your address. You're going to submit it to this link right here. And guys, Buy Box Cartel will do a contract for you. We never talk about it anymore, but we will do a contract. What type of offer are you looking for? Creative finance, confirm these details. Is there a mortgage? If there's no mortgage on this, all you need to do is put in a hypothetical rental amount. It doesn't really matter. This is just going to generate an offer for you. And then you can click this button, Generate Contract. So this puts the contract in our name, gives our credibility so that we can sign, and sends you a contract with our signature in it within 24 hours. You can edit your purchase price. You can edit your earnest money deposit. You can edit your down payment, your monthly payment, your amortization, all of that stuff. But if that's too complicated for you, you can also just go to #contracts right here and just click this Google Drive link and then fill out the contract. It would probably take you about 10 minutes.
If I fill up the contract myself, do I sign the contract, or I just get the seller to sign the contract and then I get the signing agent from you guys to sign the contract? How does that work?
I can sign the contract for you. I would recommend you go through Buy Box Cartel Auto Contracts. It really is quite easy. Just watch the video on how to do it. There's a video within the website.
Okay, no problem then.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Richard.
absolutely. Best of luck, man. That sounds like a really good deal. Let me know if you need any help tomorrow. That would probably sell for like $10,000 to $15,000. So that would be great.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much. I'll try make the contract right now because the agent was like, yeah, just send me the purchase agreement right now and then can kind of get the ball rolling on this.
Yeah, dude, I would do that immediately. That sounds like a great deal.
Thank you so much, Richard.
Catch you later. Guys, Buy Box Cartel is not $750 a month. Come on. It's not $750 a month. Lightning Leads is $40. The competitors are $100 plus. And then Buy Box Cartel Marketplace is $69. And as you know, Hold My Hand Wholesale is $20. So it's all very, very cheap. The competitor to Buy Box Cartel Marketplace is Investor Lift. Investor Lift is like $30,000. Very expensive. Anyways, VIP is $50. Okay, never mind. VIP is only $50. The price dropped. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and my computer's at like 3%. Let's just do a $20 really quick. Okay. Corvette subscription starts tomorrow. I don't know. Chris will go live and tell you about that. I don't know too much about that. But let's do a random trivia generator this time. See if we can find something. Here's a good one. Mickey Mouse is known as what in Italy? What is Mickey Mouse known as? What is his name in Italy? Topolino. Topolino. Michelle. Michelle? Yeah, it's Michelle. Mickey Mouse is known as Michelle. El Raton. Hash, that's $20 for you, man. Okay. Topolino. Topolino. Can we Venmo you? You have Venmo? What do you have? You have Cash App?
Hey. How are you, brother?
Hi, how are you? How do we get you paid, man?
Good. PayPal.
PayPal? What's your PayPal? Can you DM it to me?
Yeah, I'll give it to you right now.
Thank you.
I've got a deal. I think I'll discuss it with you tomorrow. It's subject to in Texas.
Cool.
San Antonio.
Cool, yeah. Dude, if you send me your PayPal, we'll get you paid, okay?
All right, I'm just gonna send it to you.
Okay, cool.
I just have to say, amazing group. This is like one of the best Discord I've been in.
Thank you. I appreciate it. What exactly should I use the approach of submitting an offer at 70% of the list price? When exactly? When you're doing a cash deal on a fix and flip or maybe even a turnkey rental property if it cash flows. It was a gift user 6839 when I graduated. Anyways, Hash, did you DM me? Yes, you did. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah,
so
bro, I
much.
did.
Appreciate it. And then let me DM you. Hopefully my computer doesn't die. It's at 2%. Oh my gosh. See if we can get him PayPal'd. Where are you calling out of today?
Toronto.
Toronto? Nice.
Yeah.
Hey. All right, that your $26 Canadian should be there now. You get it?
I got it.
You got it?
Thank you, brother.
Okay, perfect. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate it. I'll be live tomorrow. We'll do more questions, more calls. But yeah, go lock up some deals, guys. Hopefully I showed that this is extremely attainable, extremely attainable. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye. Okay. Well, that is my stream. I'm out. Where am I based out of? Where do you think I'm based out of? What would you guess? Can you tell? Where is this? Where do I live? What part of the world is this? What do you think? It's known. It's known. Y'all know. YouTube, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Have an amazing rest of your day. And I will catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye. It's weird that you don't understand prepaids. Prepaids. Yeah, I guess I don't understand prepaids. What is prepaid? Like a prepaid iTunes gift card? Like a prepaid credit card? I don't know what that is. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.